Welcome back, everybody, to M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Currently, it's the Browns in control of the football as we resume action in quarter number 2. Off the bootleg, Nicholas. And his first pass is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll try and do this himself. Loose inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Looking to throw. Nicholas. And he'll take it into the end zone for Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first. Offense making their way out. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He has been elusive in this first half. You see the rushing numbers for him. This defense is going to have to find some way to keep him in the pocket. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Nicholas. 20. 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback with 2. The touchdown run on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as his guys start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nicholas. Dumps this one off to Algier. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Nicholas. That's taken in. Dontavian Wilkes. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A final shot before break. Nicholas. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Nicholas. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right. Well, everyone. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong out of the way to get things going here in the third quarter.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 21-yard touchdown. He's had quite the game running the football. Last time he finished in the end zone with his legs for the 3rd time in this one. We'll see what they can do here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nicholas. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Nicholas. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He'll try and do this himself. Powering his way forward. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, able to avoid him. Past the 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Nicholas. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Off play action. Nicholas. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
3 yards. That's good. Let's go. 1st down.
19, target.
1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Nicholas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah.
So now the Browns down by 1. A little over a minute to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter. Quarterback, he doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
A long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings...
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. Taking off. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now, faking the give. He'll take off again. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll run again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's good. Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. There he goes again. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now he takes off. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Browns! Greg, they are pecking away at this one. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to run it to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? We're an extra point away from tying this thing up. We got ourselves a ball game.
See Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points.
And he will score! Deontay Johnson, touchdown Browns. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
It's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to Algier. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
set, go!
Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. It's been a terrific contest to this point as we get back into the action, all tied in the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. Operating from the gun, Nicholas. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Cleveland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4.
Athletes grow up seeing their favorite players in commercials and ads. That makes it an exciting opportunity when they're asked if they'd like to become the face of a company as well.
sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. On the Ravens sideline, head coach John Harbaugh. This team has really rounded into form 7-2 in their last 9. Across from him, it's Browns head coach see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
On the jump.
They'll come out throwing here to start, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.